EA Sports. It's in the game.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
After the turnover, here's Locke. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping him for the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they get after them early.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Down to the 25. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That second down play nets a -4. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Gone. Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Poona Ford, the one to get to him and drop him. Here comes the Lions punter now. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 43. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Play action. Now it's Locke. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 30 big ones. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. This is Walker. Oh, what a move. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough. With a lot of
touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Jason Myers now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Makes the score Seahawks 10, Lions nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A run up the middle with Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On 2nd down, Swift. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Here's Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 10, Lions 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. On the return is Williams. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursue, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Goff now to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Lions at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is indeed good, and that will knot us up at 10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Now, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Now Gong. And that's out to the flat for Swift. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
85 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Goff on first down. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big pickup of 38.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run here with Mack. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
On 2nd and goal, Goff. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Lions have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw it is Locke. They set up the screen to Penny. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Block off of play action. He's got a man, complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Penny, a 1st down carry. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny as the 1st half is winding down. And the Seahawks have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here. Finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The final shot before break here. Gone. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But I'm a defensive player. All I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
A lot of ground to cover here for Locke and the Seahawks. 3rd and long after that sack. Looking to throw. Locke. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 105 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
First down, and they go with Swift again. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Gone. Now they go screen. It's complete. And some room to work. Gets past one man. Touchdown. DeAndre Swift. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Seahawks 17.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Locke going to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Williams to return. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is gone. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Al Woods coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Well, they were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back's feet.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Lockett. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A very solid gain of 27. On the draw, this is Penny. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's got some space here. And this will wind up the Lions' first down as he gets this up past the 30. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Goff. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 28 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
Now 2nd and goal at the 13-yard line.
2nd down and goal. Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence, by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
2nd and 10. Goff again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is,
and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup at 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Once again, it's Swift.
And some room to run now. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go with Mack here up the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the 50, it's Goff. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And some space here. Try. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
So this one's over. It's a win.